Within the interplanar stronghold of the Pact Malefic, known as the Obsidian Tower, our heroes prepare to connect themselves to the arcane network of blasphemous information and evil lore that suffuses the entire complex. Normally accessible only to members of that malevolent organization, our heroes are determined to directly bypass its defenses and seize the knowledge contained within. Welcome back to Coriander Society Adventures. John and Asena, you are about to connect yourselves to the Obsidian Tower's arcane network. You good to do it?
Yeah.
10-4, good buddy.
Okay, obviously I did not prepare for this because I did not expect this at all. But if I had prepared for it, it would look something like this.
Oh, you glorious, glorious individual.
Yeah, I'm whipping those up as I go. Inside the network, as I said, the information contained within is portrayed as these screaming souls tied upside down by chains that drift off into a shimmering surface of blasphemous runes. Slakura has appeared, manifested perhaps from your own consciousness, perhaps actually from across time and space, but is clearly happy to see you.
Slakura! Where did you come from?
What?
It looks like you're trying to hack an evil network. Would you like help?
Sure. But, I got to say, I really do feel like something about your chemical makeup really just trespasses the laws of time and space. You end up some places where I don't really think should be possible. I really would like to get a chance to analyze you someday, but you're never around long enough to make for a suitable, not experiment, that's the wrong word. Patient, better? Anyway. Yes, we could use your help.
Words are appearing next to Sakura in this evil metaverse has subtitles.
Oh, good.
The answer to that is quite simple. As a slime, I can squeeze through dimensional barriers. You cannot. You are not a slime.
That makes sense. Fully on board with this.
Okay. So this network is filled with information, but also defenses and guardians. Your use of the shackles has prevented the anti-intrusion measures from immediately just smiting the crap out of you, but the way is blocked by a malevolent spirit. There's demons and fiends in here. And I'm not just talking about, oh yeah, the programmed defenses are treated as fiends. No, they are in the network. They have been reduced to magical juice, and they are powering like that gargoyle magic book that comes up with stuff. It's powered by fiends and tortured souls and stuff that are inside of it, grabbing that information for you.
Oh god.
Question: if we destroy these infernal defenders, is that going to mess with the ability for the system to be able to produce the information we require?
That totally depends on the specific function of each entity.
Interesting.
Like if you destroy an entity whose job is to go into the archives and grab information for you, then yeah, that's going to increase the time for each request. So
shoot to incapacitate, not to kill, is what you're saying.
Totally depends. Totally depends.
Speaking of shooting, do Asena and I have any access to what we normally would have outside of this place in this this alternate version?
Well, you're shackled, so you do not have your spells.
Oh, yes. But neither does this place.
Oh,
this is why Joe let us do this.
The creatures here can use their spells, but normally the entire network has like glyphs and things that would just try to fry you the moment you entered. Traps. If you want to think of it this way, if we're thinking of this as a node dungeon, you have bypassed the traps.
Hey, you know what?
Dungeon crawling.
We're dungeon crawling. Like hex dungeon crawling. We're like going space to space, baby.
Exactly.
So spells notwithstanding, I would assume that Asena still has their psychic connection and probably doesn't have any issue with accessing their own internal will. Mm-hmm. What about their items? Did their physical accoutrement come with them on this download to the Ethernet?
Until I have time to slot out a set of rules that is more specific about this, yes.
All right. Well, John just so happens to have a gun that hates demons.
It is going off. It detects fiends. It is just completely overloaded and cannot be used to detect fiends because this whole network is just demons.
Good. I would make that assumption. Thank you very much, Gruntaka. I know. Red alert. I understand.
That being said, you cannot engage an enemy until you move to the appropriate node.
Oh, okay. Understandable. But for now, we only have one path, and this one's blocking it, right?
Correct. This is the access terminal. It connects to the larger network, and it blocks you off in other directions.
Now, so question: this is the beginning of this network of mazes. There's no other way to go but forward. Is that right?
Correct.
We cannot make a separate portion. We already kind of jacked our way in. We wouldn't be able to try to download or insert and upload a different way to make our way through.
Think of it as you're sitting at a computer, right? And this computer has a hardline connection to the network, and there's no Wi-Fi. That's your only way in and out. And any requests you send for information have to go through that computer.
But a hardline had to be made, right?
Right.
So what if we made a new alternate route to the hardline?
You can't do that when you're inside of it. Again, it's like you're accessing, when you're on the computer attempting to access a network, you're using the software. If you want to mess with the hardware, you have to be away from the keyboard. Like, you'd have to unplug if you wanted to do that.
Okay, well, since we are currently jacked in and do not want to unplug, we have utilized one of the wonderful cards that was given to us by chat in order to do an equivalent exchange to upgrade the dual disc to a dark light instead of a just hard light system connecting to the tower. We have gone beyond. What does going beyond apply to us in this section? We are also utilizing duel to make sure that we enter into a duel between the two of us versus this entire system.
No.
So how does that modify?
No,
yeah,
the duel.
I'm using a dual disc in order to hack us into the system, and it's us versus them in a duel of wits.
The duel is going to be applied against a specific entity within the system because the system is not an entity; it's a collection of entities. So the one-on-one, the duel, I'm calling shenanigans on that one.
Interesting. Shenanigans, you say?
To shreds, you say?
To shreds, you say? Well, in any case, we do have the pending going beyond. What is that going to do for us?
Well, you need a transformation catalyst of some sort, some external source of power or something to push you even further beyond, and it's going to depend on the circumstances. Asena did it when she punched a volcano. Went into super mega astral form, but I don't think you're there yet. Just in terms of you've just barely gained access. So
not giving up a very important magic item to transform.
That was equivalent exchange that got you into the system.
Yeah, and we got an upgrade from that, right?
No, you exchange this in exchange for equivalent exchange is played. The other cards are still holding. Wait until a thematically appropriate way to activate them.
Okay, understandable.
Yeah. So
what do we need to do then?
Well, there is only one way forward, and that node is guarded by a guardian fiend of some kind that is here to make sure that nobody gains access. Normally, they do it just by sort of checking requests that come in, but now you're actually inside the system. You are clearly aware of this thing's presence. It looks like a bug where its head, its legs, and its torso are all on separate axles. So it's just this spinning thing of arms and compound eyes looking in all directions.
Does John recognize this fiend?
Yeah, it's a Dergaloth. It's a type of Yugoloth. They are whirlwinds of destruction in battle. They're dumb brutes that are just used by Yugoloths as mercenaries in combat.
Gotcha. Are there any specific defenses that these have compared to other fiends of their type?
Roll an Arcana check.
I do this thing that you say. Gosh, the natural ones are just going hard tonight. No, I'll let that ride. John knows what it is, and barely that.
Okay. While you're thinking about it, your mental activity affects the network and triggers it, and it becomes aware of you, and it rushes towards you. Roll for initiative.
Glorious. Woo!
What have you done?
I know, gosh.
I'm
How
gonna click
dare
another roll.
you,
I'm
John?
going to roll the initiative.
I'm just shaking out all these low rolls. I'm just making sure that roll 20 knows what's going on here.
Each of you gains a luck dice from chat.
Ooh.
Hey, thanks, chat.
Oh my gosh, y'all. This is kind of funny now that I'm looking back on it. John has not rolled an unmodified Arcana check that wasn't a 1 tonight. The only other time I didn't was when I used a luck die.
Wow, what's wrong with you?
That's crazy.
Sounds like a personal problem. Sounds like a skill issue.
Sounds like shenanigans.
All right.
Glorious shenanigans.
Asena, this digital demon has detected you and it shrieks and it starts spinning. And its head isn't spinning, its body is spinning, and it's got arms with claws. And it's heading towards you. Distances are very abstract here. We're not like measuring exact distances. So if you just say you want to move up and punch it, that's allowed. Your call. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to like move up and like I'm gonna punch, but I'm not gonna like retract my punch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna punch and activate my blade and just hold it there, hoping he's still spinning.
Nice.
Okay, roll an attack with that blade.
Okay.
I think I've seen this appliance in a hardware store before.
Why? Oh, that's just damage.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Is the blade on your character sheet?
Oh.
It should be.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, roll that.
Okay.
Now we're talking. 12 points of damage. Armor cutting, elegant, exotic, parrying. All right, this thing doesn't have armor. It has just flesh. Roll a second attack. And we're just judging.
Does it have armor?
It's made of...
Carapace
it has a carapace.
doesn't count?
Carapace
Yeah.
doesn't count. Flesh cutting and armor cutting are separate qualities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And your second attack is just you holding your blade out to stab the crap out of it.
Okay. So roll the blade again.
Yeah. Holy crap. 19 points of damage.
Better roll.
Gosh darn it.
Okay, you are absolutely chunking this thing. Would you like to use a bonus action to attack again?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, roll it.
Do, do, do.
Would you like to know the result of this attack roll?
You said it didn't have armor.
Right, but it's made of... So your armor cutting ability works on armor people are wearing. It doesn't work on like a dragon's hide. It doesn't cut apart a dragon's scales because it's not flesh cutting. So this thing has a carapace. It does have protection.
Fine.
Do you want to know the result of your roll?
Yeah.
You missed. Do you want to burn a focus point to attack again?
Yeah.
Burn that focus point and roll. A
How
dirty
about that
20.
one?
Yeah. Okay, you are cutting this thing apart. You should be able to see its health bar. And I believe that's it for you, unless I'm missing something.
Can I only move along this pipe?
Yeah, this thing is protecting this node, so as long as it...
But like I can't move out here.
It's all kind of abstract, is the thing.
Technically, isn't this all we can see? We can't even see this out here, right? We're only able to
Right.
like conceive and visualize
we're
the
just
nodes.
in a...
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Okay.
question though, does Asena have to defeat this thing to get by to the node, or would Asena be able to overcome and just bypass it without killing it?
It's possible that you would be able to, but as long as it's alive and aware of your presence and not incapacitated, you'd have to use some real three-dimensional thinking to get past it, because it's like occupying that area. Even when it moves away from it, that's still under its control.
Okay.
I'll end my turn there, but talk to John and say, this place is weird.
Yeah, this is pretty much, I think, the definition of weird. We are in basically evil Tron. So this is going to be very interesting for us.
That is correct.
I know you don't know what that means, but trust me, it's fun. As long as we're able to bypass these things, hopefully we will be able to, I guess, get to the end. I think our hope is to be able to find where the mainframe is, where the actual heart or brain of this evil gargoyle computer lies. And once we can, I would assume, either defeat it or overtake it, convince it to work with us, we'll be able to free ourselves from this place. So fight as though your life depended on it, because even if your body does not depend on it, your mind likely does.
Stab the main brain. Got it.
Exactly. Also, try not to kill everything along the way. And if
What?
possible, utilizing Asena's psychic connection, John is going to try to see if he can mentally change his bullets from Krontaka into being like, instead of actual like spell bullets like he normally shoots out that are meant to kill, he wants to try to shoot like, you know, when a cannon on a boat shoots that grape shot that has like that twirling bola
Chain
that
shot.
like, yeah, that's what he's going for, to where it will almost like a nail gun. Instead of trying to just kill, he's going to try and see if he can incapacitate and like pin this thing to the ground with his shots.
Krontaka dislikes that.
John is going to promise that if they get to the end, they'll be able to defeat the final boss. And instead of just pinning it to the ground and safeguarding its procedures, we'll be able to use this in order to get one greater final victory against the entire thing.
And then come back and kill them all.
And then erase their consciousness from the mainframe. Yes.
Which means kill them.
It means erase
Kill their
them.
main brains.
It means erase the fiends, but keep a thrall in order to act as the soul of the computer. Yes. We will send the souls back to hell for judgment, and we shall keep the bodies for ourselves.
I don't understand the theological imports
Dargan.
of this, but yes, Dargan will eat them.
Dargan will eat them. Imagine if we brought Dargan in here and it wasn't Tron, it was Pac-Man, where he's just doop, 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 doop. And then John's just going to shoot this thing. Does he have to walk up to the node that Asena's in, or can he
Nope.
shoot it from here?
You because you're all engaged in combat now, like you would have been able to hold off on engaging it until you moved forward, were it not for that natural one, which sort of set off
I see.
the alarm, if you will.
Gotcha. Well then, with Krontaka in one hand and the element blaster in the other. Actually, John can. Oh, wait, no, he can double tap normally. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and let's see here. This is going to be Island's Bane. There we go. And Krontaka the first. Hoya. Huzzah!
Blam! Do I have to roll some sort of ridiculous save here? Refresh
Not
me.
for Island's Bane, because that is a fiend.
Okay. So I just take 60.
It just takes
31 points of damage.
I finally fight a fiend, and the fiends don't like Krontaka because Krontaka says die.
And vice versa. Blam!
All right. Double tap.
Second attack is made at disadvantage.
Blam.
A 20 to hit for a large number of damage.
7 points of Dimaggio.
Okay. Blam. The bullets, as they arc through the air, you can see just this aura of discord as their power burns through the network.
Ooh.
It is opposed utterly inimical forces against each other. And so, yeah, it exploded. Anything else, John?
Yeah, is it still up?
Yeah.
Great. John's going to use a bonus action with his secondary fire. He's going to use his element blasters, and he's going to set it to radiant and suck on radiant damage. Oh, ignore the psychic damage. It should not have the psychic damage. This
What's
is
your
not how it's made.
proficiency modifier again? Never mind. I was reading the numbers wrong. The radiant damage, it explodes.
Yay. But
It is-
again, trying to pin it to the ground is the whole point of this, is not to destroy it, but merely to subdue it and to incapacitate it is what John's going for. Utilizing the connection by having both his physical body manacled and jacked into this machine and the actual gargoyle itself similarly unable to use its traps against them. John's trying to turn the bullets into these incapacitating bolas to where it's not dead, just defeated.
Okay. Well, it never got to act. It was like, and then Asena just like, blam, blam, and it's down. This node is
That's how we
now
like it.
clear. What would you like to do next?
John's following Asena.
Oh. Well, she's gonna go up to the node.
Mm-hmm.
Is this just like I get to look both ways, or is there like I push something on this
Yeah,
thing?
good call.
You immediately become aware of. So here's the thing: this gargoyle that you had access to with the book. In fact, all of these gargoyles, none of them have much knowledge inside of them at all. They're really just access terminals. They contain virtually nothing, but they have access to this greater body of knowledge. And so by vanquishing this thing, you now have paths that you can choose to sort of move through the larger mind of the tower, if you will.
So we basically, this is the gargoyle, right?
Yeah. This is like from here to here is the gargoyle.
And now we're moving past the gargoyle into the rest of the tower is what you're saying.
Correct.
Cool. Okay.
Can I ask Lakura, you have some sort of like directory?
Oh, totally not. Absolutely not.
You don't know what this way is versus this way?
This place sucks and I hate it.
Wait, didn't you come here to help us?
Yes, I did.
Okay, can you at least make notes
What
as
information are you looking for?
Demon stuff.
Can you be more specific? There's lots of demon stuff here.
John, help me out.
Yeah, Slukora, are you able to see if this maps much like the overlaying worlds of the ethereal, primal, or even possibly the Fae? Does the nodes, or rather do the nodes in this tower correlate to the physical space in the realm we came from?
Only somewhat. Each of the gargoyles is in one location. I've noticed that this is connected to some of the security features in the tower, such as the horrible, horrible traps that turn people into lizards and such. We could try to access those. We could try to gain information about physical location of vaults and imprisoned archfiends and libraries.
Sakura, are you saying that if we could gain control of this dark web, we would be able to possibly turn off and nullify the traps over the course of this entire facility?
Yes.
Oh,
that being
my
said,
goodness.
I'm pretty sure that the mainframe, the primary control of this thing, is like archfiend weight. The supercomputer, the mother brain. So if you're just looking to do little bits and pieces, that'll be a lot easier than trying to gain root access to the whole thing.
Sakura, you've met Asena and I. We've gone up against gods and monsters. What's an archfiend against everything that we've surmounted? We defeated an Empyrean just the other day.
Yeah, with your spells.
Okay, you know what? Good point. Except not for Asena, because she doesn't need spells. Asena is able to overcome any insurmountable task that has ever come before her.
The only spell I have, I already used today.
That's right. Exactly. Also, Sakura, you forget, and John pulls down his sleeve and exposes his hopefully dark web tattoos. I don't just have the spells in my mind, but the spells on my body, which I have brought here with me.
Body.
And Asena has them too.
Well, if you feel like going after that, then, kudos for you. That's great. Otherwise, if you're looking for specific things, we can probably find our way there. And if you're looking to go all the way to the center, then we can try to move in that direction and see what happens.
Perfect. That's exactly what Asena was asking. Do you know which these paths leads towards the center?
That way. And Sakura will point to the left.
Well, I suppose the left it is. I like to explore the little side chambers myself, but let's go down the long path. That's fine. Are we
can't
able?
we don't have to listen to Slakura.
Well, we did just ask Slakura for their opinion. I would hate to ask them for their knowledge and then just turn around and do the opposite.
Is this real Slakura?
What?
That's a good point. Are you really Slakura?
Not Slakura.
I'm just saying, we just had this whole conversation about how we can lie as long as it benefits us in a big way.
Who are you
How do we
having
know
that conversation
Slakura is
with?
telling the truth?
Look at this face.
A
Would
numbness?
this face lie to you?
I don't think so.
Do we have any?
Okay.
Not that John legitimately is worried about this. He didn't even consider that as a possibility until Santa brought it up. But does John have a way of specifically confirming if this is actually our Slakura?
Well, Grantaka doesn't hate Slakura.
Hey, that's good enough for me. John's gonna go ahead and move to follow Asena.
I'm behind the node.
Oh, also, I was going to ask Slakura, are we able to lock down, when we've secured a node, are we able to lock it down to prevent anything from sneaking up behind us, or is that not a thing?
Do you have computer use as a skill?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, do that. Or actually, it would be Arcana in this case, because this is not a computer. It's magical.
Yes. I can do both. If I roll another 1, I'm going to... Ooh, hey! A 28.
Okay,
That is not a 1.
correct. All right. You have locked control of that node, and we'll see if you're able to hold on to it.
Perfect. Great.
All right.
And now how do we unlock this one? There's no one guarding it.
Correct. But as soon as you... Oh, no, I want that to be on the map layer, not the token layer. Hang on.
Understandable.
I am seat of my pants right now.
You're doing... Hey, you know what? You're doing marvelous. Nobody here is against what you're doing. Oh, yeah, I think that is on the token layer, not the map layer.
Just channel Brennan. You're doing fine.
There we go. Oh, that's on the map layer. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Never mind.
That's on the token layer. That's correct.
But Asena appears to be behind the node. Can you fix that?
Oh, yeah, that node is totally on. Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
There we are. Oh, well, this looks yummy. And that looks like the way we have to go. What? Did you just move? What? Hold on a moment
the node.
here.
I fixed the node. I had to move it out of the way, then put it on the
Oh.
map layer, then put it back in position. Don't
I
worry
see.
about
No, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I just saw my
Pay
light
no
flash from my
attention
eyes.
to the
That's
dungeon
okay.
master behind the curtain.
That's right. That's
To
right.
the node to the left, within a blinding wave of heat and glare, strides a long-limbed, misshapen form. The creature scorches everything in its path as it strides forward. I mean, it's not actually.
You're going to be
moving
really
towards you, that's just its
surprised
description,
about what's
but-
going to happen here, mate.
Now remember, you can't just shoot at it because all these combats are abstract. So until you engage it, it's not, unless it's free moving, it won't engage you. But as soon as you engage it, it's not like you can just shoot at it and it can't get to you, right?
No, of course.
It's like you decide if you're engaged with it or not engaged with it.
We're on the overmap right now, and this is a spawn that's
Correct.
moving around, and then we walk into it, and now we're in a fight.
Doodly,
I get it.
doodly, doodly, doodly. Exactly.
Sakura's coming with us, right?
Yes, Lakura's coming with you.
Hey, Sakura, which way? Positionally west or positionally north? All right, good for me. I'm gonna lock this node down.
All right. Asena, is there anything?
Goodbye, Skelly. No, I don't want to fight him.
I mean, if we don't have to, right? Mate, would you like me to roll another Arcana check to lock
There's
this
no
down?
way this
Yes, please.
can go wrong.
Never. We don't have to do this thing. 16.
Okay, a 16. All right, one moment, please. Loading.
Loading. Loading. One moment, please. Welcome to the arcane node.
Okay. Asena, please roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Now, hold on a moment there.
On my wisdom save.
Oh no, sorry, I was just
Okay.
calling Joe out.
Don't worry, this is not a trap. I mean, it's not good, but it's not a trap.
Not good, but it's not a trap.
14.
Okay. Asena, immediately upon entering this node, John, also please roll a wisdom saving throw.
Copy that.
You got a 21. So, Asena, immediately upon entering this node, you hear a faint buzzing in your head. Just this really annoying.
Okay.
Okay. And then moments
Weird.
later, something emerges, previously unseen, a concealed creature.
Ooh, wait, I didn't notice that.
You also did not notice that. It wasn't a
Was it
stealth.
21? Whoa.
Yeah, well, if it's 21, you've made your save.
Oh.
But this thing has a special ability that isn't dependent on passive perception.
Oh.
Yeah. Effectively, it's this thing that in the physical world just resembles like a fungus that hangs over doorways, but in this arcane world, it's just seeped and hidden within the thing.
Ah.
So it is going to, with advantage, make a single tendril attack against Asena.
No.
A 24. That is a hit.
Dang.
Asena, you take...
It's not a fail.
It is not a fail. You take 22 points of acid damage and roll for initiative, please.
Ow.
22?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dang. You had 14 temporary hit points, so...
Did I?
Well, did I, John?
I mean, we didn't take any damage, so yes, you did. I mean, no, you know what? You didn't have it. Everyone but you had those.
I can have it. I can have it.
Oh, was that your joking voice? I should have known after all these years. That was your joking voice. I can see that being our new gag, our certain voices that we don't recognize.
I mean, I'm much happier being at 91 instead of 77.
I can imagine.
It is, generally speaking, better. All right, come on.
What the hell just hit me?
Can
I see it now?
Yeah, as soon as you see it, as soon as you enter, you can see it. From nowhere, this acidic slime just surges up from all around you and slaps you. Did you roll for initiative?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Hey, y'all.
What?
I think there was something's up with my character sheet.
How so?
Teacher, I have homework. I've been wondering, why does John have 108 hit points? I know I didn't change it, but I should have 88, I think, is my maximum. But I'm sitting pretty at 108. Did we have a thing that temporarily boosted our hit points for a time or something?
I don't think so.
Okay, well then I'm going to change it because as far as I know, John should have 8 per level to a maximum of 88 at 11th level. That sounds correct, right?
Yeah, it does.
And I don't know where that 20 hit points came from. It certainly wasn't me. So John's back. Because I was looking at it and I'm like, how does John have more hit points than Asena? That hasn't been that way for a long time.
That's kind of the whole point. She's that he's strong.
She is very strong, and John has not yet much
stronger than me.
All right, so
it's more like hardy. You're obviously stronger than John, but John temporarily was apparently hardier, but that's not the case either.
In an alternate reality.
Also, my mom just called me Husky.
Oh, that's a really nice way your mom called you compared to what my mom called me.
All right, Asena, the horrible slime thing has attacked you. Because of the buzzing in your head, you have that's in the next node over. It is a very finely dressed gentleman who has the face of a spider.
Oh, yeah, just like I like him.
Anyways, Asena, it is now.
Wait, are you saying this is a daddy long legs? Do 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 do.
All right, Asena, it is your turn. Your first attack has disadvantage because of the buzzing. However, after
Oh.
that, all bets are off.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. You know, let's punch it.
What a shocking
As
turn of
per
events.
usual.
But like blade punch it or like normal punch it?
Well, I think the blade isn't the blade just always there when I punch?
I think so, yeah.
You can choose
Yeah,
not to
I'm not
use the
gonna do
blade.
armor. Right.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna do armor damage,
Right.
but the
It doesn't-
blade will be there.
Yeah.
I mean, the blade still rocks, regardless, yeah.
It's your
Yeah.
default attack unless you want to kick somebody or just otherwise not stab them with the wrist blade.
Yeah.
You don't want
Not
to
kill
Crazy
them.
fiber
their
blade.
ass.
Do your best to incapacitate and not kill. Try and formulate a bola of blade in your mind as you attack.
I punch.
Okay, you punch. You think you're stabbing it. Like it's a pile of slime, and as you're attacking it, red eyeballs start appearing in it like bubbles.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'm gonna stab the eyeballs.
Roll again. An 18. That does in fact hit it for 15 points. You stab the eyeball and it bursts and then 2 more pop
Ugh.
up on either side. Whoop, whoop.
I don't know if I'm making good headway here.
You're hurting it. You want to use your bonus action to attack?
Yeah.
Okay, roll. Hmm. 12. That is not a hit. And a focus point to attack again for another 12. Burn the focus point, burn the attack, the buzzing in your head. We're just going to chalk that up to the buzzing in your head, all right?
Aw, dang it.
John, it is your turn. What do you do?
Joan is going to attack. We're not near the Spider-Man node, so we're going to leave the gentleman alone.
Yeah, the Spider-Man is not part of this situation at all.
This weird eye thing is like trying to... Is it trying to like absorb Asena? What is it trying to do?
It's a doorway guardian.
Oh, okay. So like,
And-
I guess you get close to it and it like...
Yeah, it's a security measure in this particular node. That's what.
You know, I feel like, considering the scenario, this feels like a very Final Fantasy moment where there's like a giant door with moss on it, and then the door like rushes forward and smacks you in this like this weird like liminal space that we're in, where we're always attacking, but yet we're not attacking till we're attacking. It's very interesting. Okay,
That's about right.
John's just gonna shoot the crap out of it. John doesn't recognize this fiend, does he?
You could use
If
a
this
bonus
isn't
action.
back to fiend.
You could use a bonus action to try to identify it with an Arcana
I-
check.
Could do that, or I could just shoot it.
You can
Why
always
learn
just-
about my enemy when I could just shoot the crap out of it? Shoot first, ask questions later.
Never.
Ever. Okay, so you know, it worked so well last time. Let's see. I am going to click my awesome island Spain. If it doesn't work, you can just tell me that it's not being effective.
Mhm.
So Krontaka the first. Ooh,
A
nice.
33 to hit. Yeah, it's a fiend.
Okay, well there you go. It starts exploding. Very good. I'll look at that later. Double tap. Krontaka the second. Return of Krontaka. Electro Boogaloo. An 18.
That's also a hit.
Man, I love fighting fiends. This is just a different ballgame for me. And let's see. Is it looking bloodied? Is it looking how's this thing
Yeah, it's looking it's rapidly degoopifying.
rapidly degoopifying, you say?
Yes, that's a good thing, in case you were wondering.
In dire straits, or
It's,
still just...
Well, can you see its health bar?
I did. I just didn't want to just make the assumption that I know everything, and so I just wanted to double
If you
check
can
with
see
you.
the health
like-
bar, then you have access to that information.
Then John, realizing that his element blaster, though powerful as it may be, probably isn't going to be able to finish this thing like Krontaka. Yeah, he'll use his bonus action to go ahead and discretion is a better part of valor. Let's find out if this thing has any weird stuff we should worry about. Oh god. An Arcana check. Yeah, John doesn't know about this fiend either.
Spider-Man has joined the party.
Are you freaking kidding me?
That's what happened the last
What?
time you rolled a natural 1 on this.
Oh, yeah, great. So every time I roll a natural 1 on an Arcana check, it's just John's like, oh no, I don't know anything about this. Uh-oh, I alerted Spider-Man.
That's punishable by death.
Gosh, darn it, Spider-Man.
Anything else? Or are you done?
Well, I don't. Yeah, I guess I'm done. I didn't want to be done, but this is where we are now.
Too bad.
Too bad.
Okay, the Alkalith is going to make 3 tentacle attacks against Asena. A flash step card has been
Rude.
played, meaning that you can use it to teleport behind this thing as it attempts to attack you, causing the attack to, I think you get resistance to it or has disadvantage to hit you, something along those lines. Where's that flash step?
I believe you get to make an attack as a reaction.
Reaction.
You immediately gain a reaction to gain advantage on any attack you make right
No,
afterwards.
you gain an immediate reaction to move up to your speed and gain advantage on any attacks you make right afterwards.
Well, yeah, but you said speed doesn't matter. We're in combat,
Right,
so I didn't
but
bother.
what you could do with the
mentioning
flash
it.
step is you could move to a different node. In this abstract
Oh, I
zone,
didn't
I
know
would
that
let
was
you
the
like,
thing.
yeah, I'd let you just
okay.
move a node with the flash step. So,
Okay.
Asena, if you
Hell
want to take
yeah.
that before it attacks you, you can.
Can I yell to Slakura? Quick, which way?
Further up and further in if you just want to go deeper.
Up, so like here.
Yep.
Yeah, let's take it. Let's get it out of
Oh.
here.
Oh, God.
All right. So you and Slakura immediately flash step.
Is John not coming?
Oh, no, it doesn't
I
work
don't think
that
I
way.
get to come.
So
Oh,
its
shit.
remaining tentacle attacks are going to be made against John.
Excuse me?
Damn
Wait
it.
a minute. Hold on. She just flashed out of the way.
Right. So its remaining attacks are going to be made against John.
Wait. Are you
Remaining
okay?
attacks,
Okay. What? Oh, remaining. I
Yeah.
get it.
It only got 1 on its surprise attack. The other 2.
I see.
Yeah.
I was like, this is Magic the Gathering
minute.
rules,
One
and
is surprise
the
attack.
target left.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Magic the Gathering
So
over
its
here.
first attack, it gets 3 attacks. You
Uh-huh.
dodged out of
Yeah.
the way. It automatically
the
lost
first
its
one.
first attack.
Mm.
So it gets to make
But it
its
has 2
remaining
more.
attacks. Correct.
Now hold on. I'm not in that node though. I'm over here. There's not even any line of sight to this node. I was way back when she was engaged.
Did you
How is it even?
look? You shot at it. That means that you're engaged.
I did not shoot at it. I shot at this.
Yeah, this is attacking you. The Alkalith, the slime thing is attacking you.
Oh,
It's not.
I'm
even,
so sorry. I thought Spider-Man was the
No,
alcohol.
it's
I'm
not.
so
no.
sorry.
The spider. No, all good. All good. Yeah,
My apologies.
all good.
I did not realize because before you were calling it Moss Door thing, and then it became an alchemist, and I was just like,
it's
you know,
an Alkalith, but I decided to start using its actual name.
yeah, Alka-Seltzer. I understand. I
Alright,
get it.
So pop, pop, fizz, fizz. Does a 21 hit you?
Let me check. How about no? Normally it would because with my my energy shield, I have a 20, but I can use my reaction to overcharge my energy shield, give me a +3, and so no, it does not.
Okay. Blork, blork, blork. That's it for the Alkalith.
Yeah.
Spider-Man has entered the battle.
Well, damn.
I do say, what is all of this ruckus going on in here? Is this an unauthorized user? Tell me, ruffian, how did you get this far?
Oh, good. Someone that can actually engage in proper conversation. Hello
Proper
there.
conversation. I am an invaluable asset with in this entire network. I am not a mere guard dog like this creature. No offense, wretched demon. Well, yes.
Does John recognize what this Yugoloth is?
Explain yourself before I. Well, I can't suppose I can really liquefy your innards, but I'll liquefy your digital essence and consume it with a fine Chianti.
Very well. Again, well-dressed spider guardian, a font of knowledge thing. I was attempting to answer your question, and I shall continue to do so now. My associate and I have been travelers to this far-off place, and we have been met most loquaciously by you and the rest of your guardians in this place. So far, we've bested those that have come upon us, and we've yet to engage in proper conversation with anyone here who would be able to give us an idea of what it is that we found. Do you have a name with which we would be able to communicate with more easily?
Not one I would furnish upon those who are not members of the Pact Malefic. You are clearly unauthorized users.
Is what you say clearly, but I'm here, and if we didn't have some sense of what it was that we were doing, how would we be able to find ourselves here? As you know, back in the realm before, the Obsidian Tower lost within the realm of chaos as it is, cut off from all of the
Is that what happened?
That's exactly what happened, yes.
Oh, I was wondering why things got so quiet from the outside. There's been scarcely any activity whatsoever.
Basically, the Chamberlain is out there doing their thing. There's nothing really for them to do as everyone's either dead, gone, or trapped elsewhere. I am John Carmichael, petitioner for the last decade or so to gain access to the archives here within this tower.
A petitioner? Who is your sponsor? I don't see you in the records whatsoever.
Well, first of all, how do you know that the name I gave you wasn't an alias? How do you have any idea exactly what's happening here, sir?
Indeed! You'd best explain yourself.
Indeed I am, sir! I push my tongue at you as you push yourself at me! Now,
do you think I have a tongue, sir? Look at these mandibles.
You have a mandible, you have a thorax, and you have a very well-dressed hat. Now, look, sir, I'm not here to exchange in witty repartee. What I'm here to do is to proceed
you clearly seem to be inadequate at it.
And with that, John shoots him in the face.
Okay. You used your reaction. So it's going to make its claw attacks against you. Claw.
Now, hold on a moment. Wait. We were engaging in back and forth. Wouldn't you say that it used its turn to speak with me?
No, talking is a free action. Talking has always been a free action.
Now, hold on a moment here. It was ascertaining if I was a threat or not, and then I took the initiative to end our conversation and continue with the assault.
I would allow that if you had a reaction, but you used your reaction to raise your defenses.
Understandable.
Anyways, back to the biting. Does a 23 hit?
Yes, it will just barely hit my armor class, yes.
All right, you take 14 points of slashing damage.
Ouch, I have no more temporary hit points.
And it looks like the 14 missed, so I don't get to automatically web you. So there's that.
Unfortunate.
Interloper, plebeian. Outlift, take it away. Asena, it is now your turn, and I'm going to go ahead and lay out a little bit more of the network here. But of course, I lost my progress because I had to reload the page. So give me a moment. TLDR,
moment. Please.
You can go left or you can go up. And if you go left, there appears to be a large node that I'm going to populate later that has this giant...
Ah!
Yeah, it has this
I don't want to
thing.
go that way.
Nightmare wrapped in chains and built of cutting cogs and whirring gears. It howls like a hurricane in battle.
I mean, it looks like a crab.
Is that its flavor text?
Yeah, that's its flavor text. It looks like a crab, but it's covered with like gears and chains and barbs and gnarliness.
That looks awful.
Right?
I like it.
And I'm just going to go ahead and throw this thing up here while the next node up ahead seems to have another one of those spinny dudes guarding it.
Wow, that's going to be much easier to deal with.
Also, the node up ahead, the node to the left is a dead end.
Oh.
Which means it probably has a function of some kind. Nodes that are dead ends usually have a function, like it's information or it controls a security system or something like that. Or it's a gargoyle.
Yeah.
The node up ahead also projects left and right. And again, I'm working on building it out.
Now, wait a minute. When we spawned in down wait. There was no thing in our gargoyle.
Right. The gargoyle was up ahead. So, like, the gargoyle didn't have a guardian because it had traps on it, which you bypassed.
I see.
The sort of nexus up ahead that would give you access further in always has a guardian of some kind.
I see.
So, you can go forward to that thing and then go left or right, or you can go left and there's no to the big horrible thing, and that node has some sort of functionality, but it does not have any other passages.
I do like information. How scary does he look?
I mean, look at it.
Look at it.
Rah.
Okay. I mean, what if I don't get close to it? I could just shoot it.
Because of the abstract nature of this place, if you attack it, you've engaged with it and it can fight back.
Yeah.
So, do you want to attack it? Do you want to engage with it?
It's so tempting. There's information there. Do you think that we're healthy? I mean, I guess John still has to get past those other guys.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe before we trip more, maybe we should just finish what we have and then we can go find out what this thing is.
Oh, you need help?
I mean, we were here together until, you teleported away.
Yeah, I didn't want to get hit by tentacles.
Well, neither did I, but here we are.
Fine. Hey, if I attack here, am I flanking?
You can
Ooh.
flank within this space. That is allowed.
Yes, glorious.
Do you want to flank the alkalith and stab the crap out of it?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
What does it do? It gives me advantage?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And were you
Attack.
going to use your blade or your hand?
My
Is the-
hand.
Okay.
Oh,
Sneak attack. 13.
that doesn't hit, does it?
Correct. But because your sneak attack hasn't procced yet, you can make another attack, and if it hits, it'll be sneak attack.
Okay.
Woohoo! Oh,
26.
that's
What's that
much better.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Much better.
And more
Kablam for
damage.
25 points of damage. Smack. And your bonus action
How
attack.
dare
I assume?
you?
No sneak attack on this, unfortunately.
Get out of here, bug.
Boom. Look at you smashing this thing away.
So that one should have been at advantage, just no sneak attack, but it's a hit regardless.
I think it's good enough.
Cool. Focus point, yay or nay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get like
yeah.
11 of them. So
I'm pretty down.
I know you burned a lot. Another
I'm at
12.
5 left.
All right,
What?
you're-
Really?
Abs-
5 left? Wow.
I
Well-
have a 19. Oh, the damage is 12.
You burned like 3 of them on that saving private
I gave 3.
to
Yeah.
blow up the gnome's house.
That's true. Well, okay. You know what? Let's reorganize our priorities of how that went down, okay? Jeez.
All right,
Blow
John,
up the
it's your
gnome's house.
turn. Do you want to shoot the
all right.
Spider-Man in the face?
Well, I was making to, and then Asena rushed up, and here we go with this this little fun-sized pocket of needs to die. So no, I think I'm gonna help finish that off since it looks well and truly pretty messed up.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna flank with the, let's see, the variable element blaster,
Ooh.
and we're gonna hit with radiant Damaggio.
Are you
And
burst firing?
Now, I was gonna say I can do that as part of my like if I'm making a dual attack with 2 weapons, I can do that as part of the bonus action, right?
Yeah, burst fire is just a mode.
Oh, then yeah, I absolutely want to burst fire for
Cool.
Well, actually, if I can burst fire, I might as well do it on the big guy. No, I'll just shoot one shot with Krontaka.
Okay. On the slime demons.
I'm going to start with because the slime demon. We don't know what their armor class is. Yeah, let's just shoot slime demon with the first attack.
Okay,
First
roll it.
attack, slime demon. All right, Krontaka, show us what you do. Yeah, good job. Krontaka.
26. Yep,
You
that's
rock,
a hit.
buddy.
Blorp.
And I pin it to the ground, trying to not actually kill it, but just incapacitate it. And then I'm going to shoot.
How has this dreadful weapon been permitted within the system? Why isn't the security network doing something about this? I have complaints. I have concerns. I have...
33 points of damage to the face.
I have 33 points of damage. Okay.
And then John's going to use his bonus action to absolutely go Gosu with a overcharge. So that's advantage, and I roll to see if this actually does anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess by every 5 that it goes above, that wait, what? Oh, wait, what?
I don't know what
No.
you just did.
I think I made a mistake, is what I think I did. Don't worry, I will ignore all that. Ignore that. And this is better. Here we go. Ooh, yeah. That's
Okay,
cool.
well, its armor class was 15, so you exceeded it twice.
Yes, so I get
Which
2
means
more.
you hit it. Yeah, you hit it 3 times. So these hits can't crit, but you can just roll the damage.
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah, so that's going to be a total of 38 points of radiant damage, please.
Okay. Blam, blam,
As
blam,
John
blam.
is like just blamming with the revolver and then just aiming the element blaster. And he's not even shooting this like big wave of like multiple strikes. He's charging up one big blast and goes, witty repartee this, you crazy spider
You
thing.
filthy casual.
And just shoots him in the face. And yeah, that's it for John.
Sweet archdevils of the Nine, you didn't even destroy it. Ah!
Hey, wait a minute. He can't leave. What's he doing?
No, he's still engaged.
Mate, question, can you move Daddy Longlegs, like the other Daddy Longlegs, like over here and get him out of our face? Because I'm feeling pretty weirded out by
Is that
this
better?
giant, no, the giant spider crab just like lingering over us.
No.
I don't want the spider crab. The gears of war. Oh god, it got bigger.
Stop.
Why is it getting bigger?
That is a good question. That is an excellent question.
For those of you with any aversion to spiders, maybe you should have checked out a little bit ago.
Okay, fair. Though this thing, I guess it has mandibles, but it's not supposed to be a spider. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The arachnocrat is going to dodge and say,
Arachnocrats.
it's an arachnocrat. Okay, fine. Just leave. Just leave.
No, you started this. You're finishing it, Bug Boy.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No need for that. No need for that.
And we need information. You had that stupid little witty tongue of yours, and now you got to put it to good use. I know it's amendable. Shut the hell up, or I'm going to blow your head off. We're trying to find the mainframe. We want access to the information here. And as I said, we're petitioners. We're not here to damage and to destroy. We're here to engage, and we've engaged with you. So, what say you, Arachnid Noble thing?
Who's your sponsor? Yes. I'll just go ahead and verify that.
That's not important. We're verified. John holds up the gun that almost blew his head off. We've got the blue check. Now let us in. Where we gotta go?
Oh, Elon vouched for you. Oh, yes, he's a member in fine upstandings. Yes, he's in good standing. Oh, well, in that case, that changes everything.
Perfect.
My responsibility is to provide fiscal advice to members regarding wealth management and the manipulation of economies. That's my particular area of expertise. I also have records of certain financial and monetary lucre holds within the stronghold for those who require such currencies.
Mate, what's a lucre?
Gold.
Okay.
I'm authorized to issue loans and grants to support the projects and efforts of various extra-dimensional activities.
Well, you should have led with that. That absolutely means that
you're an unauthorized individual, and all members of the system have an obligation to intervene in such cases. I led with I was just acting according to what is right and proper according to etiquette.
Of course. So how do we set up such an exchange?
Well,
my good
Under
Sir.
normal circumstances, you would need to submit your application to the system, me, detailing the nature of your endeavor, the type of material assistance you require, the amount, the estimated return on investment, that sort of thing. So what manner of endeavor are you engaged in, and what sort of financial support do you require?
John looks over towards Asena. Well, considering that we're the only petitioners that have arrived here in the last decade, nay, the only individuals outside of the fiends that guard it, I would say that really we're this tower's only lifeline to the outside space. Really, if we didn't put its resources to use, it'd be as if it never existed, wouldn't you say, Asena?
Yeah.
And so really,
We're the only thing that exists.
Exactly, and by benefiting these upstart petitioners that have found their way to this mainframe of yours, you'd only be helping further the agenda of the Pact Malefic by providing us with the resources and material wealth we need to make our agendas a reality. In this case, our current goal is being able to gain a wealth of information, knowledge, and actual material wealth by becoming not just petitioners, but honorary members of the Pact Malefic, so to speak. There is a terrible thing, my spider friend. I'm sure you probably have heard of Kerr, the void dragon from beyond the stars.
I'm afraid that's outside of my purview, sir.
Well, suffice it to say, you and your group, those that had employed you, acted on evil in the best of intentions. You were evil for the sake of moving forward your agenda. Well, this entity does not care about agendas. This entity is the destruction of all things, good, evil, and all in between. It is coming, and coming quickly. And if we are not able to avert such a travesty, the very fabric of this place will be undone. And so that is our goal, is to ensure that we are able to attain the knowledge and resources required to prevent the return of such an unfortunate things. For if any of your masters that are in control of this place are able to eventually find their way back in return, if there's nothing to return to, it makes it all moot, wouldn't you say?
Asena, I want to make it clear that you're included on these psychic communications before I proceed.
Okay.
You're saying a lot of things, sir, but none of the things that you're saying are questions on the form that I need you to fill out.
Whatever the largest withdrawal that can be made for any given situation, that is what we are currently pending. What is it you need us to submit?
World in question upon which the project is to be enacted?
Well, Asena, what world do you think we should submit as part of this application?
I only know a limited amount of worlds.
No, let's just pick one. What's your favorite?
Is anything bad gonna happen to this world?
Probably not.
I mean,
Well,
with our financial
technically-
assistance, I would think so.
I don't get
Technically,
it.
something bad is going to happen to every world, Asena. If we are not able to stop the dread void dragon of Kur, everything is going to be erupted and inexistent. So it really doesn't matter which one we pick. There we go. Beacon it is.
Oh, Beacon! Magnificent. Okay, yes, excellent. It's been quite a while since we've had any requests come in there. All right, yes, Beacon. So, I believe the technical term is Castalla, but that's neither here nor there. Please specify the nature of the project and how the funds will be used.
We're gonna get Circe a better ray gun.
We have an agent. My partner is indicating there is a mad scientist, so to speak, an already established villain upon that world. We've been able to make connections with them, having earned their trust by rescuing them from a pit of absolute and total despair. They have signed on to join in with these prospective applicants here to the Pact Malefic, and we are going to be giving them the startup cash they need in order to gain the cohorts layer and assets they need in order to give us a foothold into this new world, so to speak.
Oh, assist startup grant! Magnificent!
Exactly.
All right, you mentioned a ray gun. That's very good. I assume that lair establishment is going to be involved. Minion
Correct.
recruiting expenses, that's deductible.
And of course, supplies, reagents, and enough capital to continue running for a project like this is saying that you'd say, what? You need at least a couple years just to be able to really get a presence going, right?
Yeah, it's gonna take a while, and time is money.
And Beacon is a tough nut to crack, as you know.
Very true, very true. Absolutely rife with creatures. I wonder if that kaiju manipulation project ever got anywhere. That XX upstarting fellow showed a lot of promise over there. But I digress. So we have the recruitment is applicable here. Startup, project of multiple years. I assume that if this project goes successfully, you'll need long-term connection to the network.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So we're going to need a few additional things here. And the arachnocrat pulls out some forms from just nowhere, just manifesting from inside the network. Profiles on the potential applicants, business plan, nature of the lair to be established, details on recruiting, weaponry, the type of reagents and such. This one will need to be signed in triplicate, of course. But I think you'll find that this is the exact sort of thing, and frankly, there's a lot in the budget. After all, this is the first new request in some decades. This is quite a... there's a lot of money available for this one. And what currency will this need to be delivered in? Beacon uses gold, if I recall.
Yes, that is correct. That would be the most fair use for what we need. Yes, I think gold would be just fine. My friend, as you can see, we are on a bit of a time crunch here. There's quite a lot happening, unfolding before our very eyes. You are a master of such things. If we've already given you the overflow of what is necessary, we are going to be continuing on our way. But if you could just finalize on your end what needs to be submitted and just get that taken care of in triplicate for us, we'll be on our way.
Yes, here's your case number. You'll need to submit this when you access the system in order to pull up everything, but I will have all the forms available for you to fill out and submit for application. But yes, no, this should be several 100,000 gold pieces in the budget, I think.
So I have one more time. You can go ahead and just repeat that again.
Several 100,000, I think. It's going to depend exactly on what you fill out. And then, will this be for delivery or pickup? Actually, it's going to have to be delivery, or it's going to have to be pickup. Yes, the network is
I was going to say
pickup responsive at the moment. Yes, yeah. I'll go ahead and have this set up for pickup. But yes, I think there's quite a bit in the budget for this one. And ROI reports, of course, you want to fill those out, but there's, this is a speculative nature. The Pact understands that, of course.
And as these forms begin apparating and John's looking through them, how specific do we need to get into this, or can John just kind of very quickly and
I'll let you roll a bureaucracy check for this of some kind.
Yeah, thank you.
So the network, the Pact Malefic existed all over the multiverse, and they dealt with Yugolots and demons and fiends. This is a devil. If you can't tell from all the red tape, paperwork, and stuff, this is a devil.
Yeah, absolutely. And John happens to work with devils pretty consistently. As John begins looking through this bureaucratic contract, having recalled a very similar, not in terms of function, but at least in setup that he made with Gorgamoth not too long ago, John's going to find out if the Pact Malefic has any connections with the Queen of Avernus, and if any special considerations are given to their champions.
No special considerations, but it is definitely a point in your favor. Like if you're applying for, it's like applying for a student loan. That absolutely counts as an extracurricular activity.
Okay,
that's gonna look good on your thing. Yeah.
definitely going to list that.
And how long are you willing to spend in game time filling out this stuff right now? Because again, you have a case number, so if you access the gargoyles later, you can pull up all these forms.
Okay, so you're saying we don't have to do it now.
You could download the paperwork and then submit it later.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Add Spider-Man bureaucracy paperwork to your inventory. Except
Okay,
it's an infernal PDF.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Asena, you scouted out a little bit further ahead in the network. What would you like to do?
I think I know what she wants to do. It looks like real big and scary.
I know. Should we go fight the big guy? You want information?
I mean, it is a separate node. It likely leads somewhere important. Are you ready to engage in a knockdown dropout fight with big and nasty over there?
I mean, I'm not bleeding.
Yeah, that's right. Currently, you're doing pretty much just fine. Okay, well, this looks like it's going to be quite the scenario. So, do you think we should open up with this kind of prepared to go Gosu, or what do you think we should do? Because you're getting kind of low on some of your stuff.
Well, let me just look and peek over here and see what's around this corner.
Okay, you do that, and while you do that, I'm going to ask, hey, mate, can we take a short rest here?
Inside the network?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, couldn't wait.
Do the two of you want to take a short rest?
That would get back some stuff that would be necessary. Oh my goodness.
I don't know what I would get back.
Your key point or your focus points to start.
What are you thinking about?
Well, I just found one of my greater seals.
I just found some red barrels by this guy.
Yep.
Yeah, you did.
This big, gigantic, scary thing seems to be occupying a weapons control node of some kind, and it's somewhat damaged. It seems to have some instability in the network, which takes the form of glowing orbs of red light floating around the area, which, if hit, will explode. But they're digital red barrels of arcane mana digitalness.
You want to take a short rest after this?
Yeah, sure. We can do that. Yeah, we could just go bananas on this, and if it doesn't go well, we can let's do that. But first, I think to give us the best chance possible, let's hunker down, and if you can give me just but a moment, I'd like to give us just a nice, well-crafted advantage.
Okay.
Mate, I'm going to set up a warding seal.
Okay. Talk to me.
So John has a seal that he is able to place in order to protect an area.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically just going to walk up and again, as quietly as possible in order to make sure they're in this node. He's going to set up right in front of our node or on our node, because this thing has to, this by your rules, it has to find us and then come get us. So right where we are when these things come, because this thing will leave its node to come get us, right?
Not necessarily. If you attack it, the battle doesn't necessarily have to happen inside of your node or its node.
Okay.
They sort of connect to each other and form there's a connection, and the two nodes can now attack each other.
Okay, God, I see.
Yeah. Effectively, if you think of it, the nodes are like, you can move from one to the other, and as soon as you establish contact, you have an attack range of one node at any given time.
Okay, so in that case, if I was to set up, for instance, let me just grab that for you here, a Can you show? Yeah, a warding seal.
Mhm.
Where I'm able to ward an area. If I put it in the highway between two nodes, that way if a creature tried to attack through the highway to get to the next node, it would activate the seal, right?
You could only activate it on one or the other. But if you're in this node and you attack, and now the two of you can attack each other, if it attacks you, you would be protected by the node, by the ward. That's what I'm going to say.
I do that. Then I do that then.
Okay.
And John is going to further activate one of his two greater angelic seals in order to do this. So it is a greater warding seal of screw the fiends in this place.
Okay. They can't physically cross it, they can't cast spells across it, and they can't project their abilities across it unless they succeed on a saving throw.
And if they do happen to succeed on the saving throw, then they take 66 radiant damage and automatically fail further saves against the ward during that time.
Wow. Damn. Okay. Move yourself up into that node, and do you want to poke the mecha bear?
I think we want to poke the mecha bear.
Okay. How do you poke the mecha bear?
Is it me or is it John?
This is a question to the whole party.
What might be a good idea is if we try to set off those red floating nodes to get this thing's attention, if we just kind of explode it in its node and remind it that we're here and kind of goad it into trying to fight us through our seal. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds good. How are you going to do it?
Oh, I have a big gun. That's how I was planning on doing that.
Okay, well.
Then after we set up the seal, John is going to inquire. Asena, quick question. Which of the angelic seals would you like upon your form? Right now, I currently always have the recovery seal on you. If you're worried about your wisdom saves, I can try and cover you with temperance. Although if you want to try and get any temporary hit points back, I can ensure that I use a greater seal of glory on you to where at the start of each of your turns, you'll gain a bunch of temporary hit points. If you're planning on getting into a knockout, dropout fight with Big and Ugly over there. Or we can hold on to another greater seal.
I feel like it's going to be really easy.
You think so?
Yeah, let's just hold off.
Okay. Well, then let's hold off. John's going to go ahead and leave the seal of recovery on Asena just in case.
Okay.
Ever since
I'm going to need to log off soon and end this session. Is there anything I can do for you before I log off?
Yeah, can you slip past that bug and scout ahead?
Let me give that a shot. Before I go, Asena. And Sakura heals you 8 hit points.
That's
Aww.
so sweet. That's exactly how much you were missing. Aw.
Thanks, Sakura. Sakura has like some special sneaky movement.
Heck yeah. Everyone lets Clippy go wherever they want. That's just
exactly. That's just how that works.
Hey, mate, I didn't get a chance to say, I kept going around locking these nodes off. Can I lock this node off as we're moving to the next
area? Roll an Arcana check to lock it off.
Thank you, thank you. 20, dirty.
All right.
Take it, not
so,
stirred.
To the left of this thing is a gargoyle access point.
Ooh.
To the right is another multi-directional junction.
Nice.
That does not seem to be occupied.
Interesting.
Cool.
Okay.
At least we know that.
How do you want to poke the bear?
Drive me closer. I'm going to hit it with my sword. And by that, I mean I'm going to shoot the not red barrels that are surrounding it.
Okay. Roll an attack against the not red barrels.
Wait a minute. Actually, Asena, you have an ordnance. Why don't you just use your ordnance gun?
What's an ordnance?
You have a siege cannon. You could explode everything in that node.
Well, yeah. I mean, you said you wanted to shoot it.
Yeah, but you wanted to poke the bear. I set up the seal. You shoot the bear, and we're good to go. That sounds great to me.
Okay.
Also,
what if it gets
we're in a
mad and
weird
you
space.
made
I mean, heck, I'll just shoot it here. John just takes out his gun. He's gonna shoot a node and then start shooting the creature.
Okay, roll the attack.
Okay. This is gonna be from the. I guess we'll do the variable element blaster. And John's gonna set it to overheat mode. So salted. No. 31.
Okay. Blam, you're shooting at a barrel. Something that's definitely not a barrel, right?
Yeah, something that's definitely not a barrel. Exactly.
Okay, let me get the armor class of something that is definitely not a barrel.
It caps at three shots though, right?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you get all 3 extra hits. Go
Extra
ahead
or total?
It's
Is it 3 extra?
shots.
Is that the cap?
No, you got two extra. So go ahead and roll 2 extra.
2 extra. Okay, good. 24, 34.
Okay, Asena, you can join. Do you want to shoot your gigantic plasma cannon at them?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, roll it.
Now, because of this weird space mate, how far away do we count as being for this purpose?
How far away do you want it to be?
Oh, yes, that's what I was hoping you would say in this weird liminal space that isn't real, but is totally what we perceive it to be.
We spend a lot of time in places like that in my campaigns, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Weird trippy dimensions.
I can kind of imagine if John's trying to explain to Asena, imagine you're as far away as you could possibly be and still shoot. And she starts like tripping out like she was when she was on the Mordain Vapor. It's like you're on the moon and this thing's on the planet and you're looking down like somehow I can see you. And then I shoot you.
So does that mean that my gun is fine with how far away it is?
Yes. You can shoot out to maximum siege distance, which makes it more powerful.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh, mama. We've never got to see this gun and its full capabilities yet.
So am I doing siege mode? Or shoulder cannon
+1
mode?
XP.
You can do siege mode if you want.
Okay.
And doesn't it get like extra damage based on how far away it is or something?
The explosion
Oh,
radius
God.
increases.
The explosion radius. Oh, okay.
Right. So from 500 feet to 1 mile, it's a 60-foot radius.
Oh my god.
Which
So
in
it
this
blows up
abstract
all the
space,
barrels.
yeah. So they all simultaneously explode. The two of you
Yes.
unleash a barrage of just gunfire and stuff, and then these red glowing hot spots in the network burst, and the chains and barbs inside this creature get grabbed by these turning points in the network, and it starts to just unravel the thing.
Oh, spaghettification.
Warning. Entity containment system critical failure. Entity containment failure. Warning.
And somewhere deep inside the fortress, as the network sustains critical damage, seals within a vault, burned into the floor, holding unspeakable horrors in stasis, flicker and go out. And for the first time in centuries, slavering things with no names stir in the depths and emerge, hungry for the flesh of intruders. Which obviously means that our episode has come to an end. So, hey, stick around, folks. Stick around. Coriander right after this.